Hello there, everybody. I am here to start this monsoon discussion and awareness. If you guys want to start watching this, feel free to watch. Let's get started. Okay, so before I do get started, I just want to do a little bit of a intro here, and usually I don't do this very much. Hey, Carly, how you doing? So, anyways, before we get started, let me just tell you I appreciate you guys joining. Thank you, and hopefully we can get this thing going today. I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, it's gonna be exciting. We're gonna be talking about the monsoon, and I think it's gonna be fun. Hopefully, we will get some people to join us today. Anyways, so I've been doing this for the last couple of months. I've been, for the last at least 30 months, been ready to do this, and been a while since I've done it, or been a while since I started talking about it. But I've kept it on the calendar, and we're here. So, anyways, before we get started with the slides, I just want to tell you guys thank you for joining, and hope you enjoy this video. Stream, I should be saying, but yeah. Anyways, let me see. So, what we're going to be discussing about today is how the monsoon works, how actually severe it is, and people that they don't realize about it, and just some other stuff like that. So, yeah. So this is a monsoon only video. It's nothing really else to it. It's just we're just talking about the monsoon, and yeah. Anywho, let's get started. See what we got going on here. All right, here it is. Here's our slides. I'm gonna open that up. Okay, monsoon awareness and discussions. What you need to know for when visiting the Intermountain West during the summer. Okay. All right. So let's ask ourselves, what is a monsoon, or what is the monsoon? Monsoon, meaning Muslim, Arabic for season or seasonal wind, is a seasonal prevailing wind that derives moisture to subtropical regions. This weather event occurs primarily during summer months from June to September in northern hemisphere and subtropical regions, and December to March in the southern hemisphere subtropical regions. Oof, let me catch up on that there. This particular weather event has its own dangerous components, starting from flash flooding to severe outbreaks that can occur when conditions are ripened enough for these events to happen. So, let's just sit here and think for a second about the second paragraph I have here. This right here. When you ask yourself, what is the first thing that comes into your mind when you hear the word monsoon? To me, and think about that while I think of it. To me, a monsoon is, again, a seasonal prevailing wind or a seasonal wind change that drives storms and enhanced storm action in those areas that I mentioned, northern and southern hemispheres. So, again, what comes to mind when you think of the word monsoon? For me, what comes to mind is, hey Ghost. What comes to mind for me is like severe weather. Yes, a lot of rain, and you can get a lot of stormy action with that kind of stuff. So that's what first comes to my mind. But if you guys thought about what comes to your mind, the true answer to what a monsoon is unknown, because the monsoon can be multiple different things. It can be, again, a seasonal prevailing wind. It can be enhanced convection, thunderstorms, anything like that. It can be a subtropical storm, a severe storm producer. So yeah, there's a lot of things that the monsoon can be. So yeah, well, let's go ahead and move on to the next slide. So what we got going on here, and here we go about the severe weather portion of this. So what severe weather hazards does the monsoon have? Well, unlike severe weather season, it's more focused on the Intermountain West, like I said, in a region of the United States, and pertains to these kind of events: flash flooding, hail, damaging winds, and yes, tornadic behavior. And you do not imagine that there is tornadic weather with the monsoon. A lot of people are not aware of that, but once this gets out there, people will start to realize that more, and they'll be aware of it more. So, as you may know, this weather pattern has its own severe weather components that many people are not aware of. On the next slide will be a series of photos this weather event has. So you're going to see a series of photos of different kinds of storms across the Intermountain West. And yeah, you're gonna like what I'm about to show you. Ready? Here we go. Alright, Santa Rosa, New Mexico. This first upper left-hand corner. This first upper right-hand corner is Socorro, New Mexico. This one is Tucson, Arizona, the bottom left-hand. And the bottom right-hand is the flood in Colorado. Okay, so let me break down these images. You think that's snow? Not even close. That was a severe hailstorm that went through Santa Rosa. I can't remember what year it was. I think it was 2013. And I was there during that event. Well, I wasn't fully there, but I was there, somewhat there when that event happened. And let me tell you, it was a pretty massive mess. And yeah, that's not snow, guys. That is hail. That is hail falling on the ground. But again, as you can tell, the monsoon has quite some wicked weather. And then here, on the upper right-hand corner of the screen, is a tornado. Yes, a tornado. Not a landspot, but a tornado. Some people call them landspots, but that is not a landspot. That's too big to be a landspout. And also, the tornado looks kind of like you think, right? The tornado is a little bit bigger than the landspout, but yeah. Probably an EF1 right there, probably the most. But yeah, tornado right there. And Tucson, Arizona, we got a big, massive, what they call dust storm or haboob, which is basically a massive dust storm that winds. We're going to be talking about that in our slides, by the way, but usually a dust storm that can contain winds up to 125 miles an hour, which is pretty bad, if you ask me. Alright, and this last one here on the bottom right-hand corner is a massive flood that occurred in Colorado. This was just outside of Durango. But yeah. Alright, let's go and move on to the next slide here. So, first of all, we're going to discuss flash flooding. This is one of the most ones that happen, but this is one of the main threats that the monsoon has. Reports of flash flooding occur very frequently with the monsoon. So even though this is, I'm in a typo there, guys, right? Even though this is the main threat, it's still best to have it out there, knowing how frequently it occurs. Alright. Hailstorms. Yes, you heard that right. Hailstorms. There has been plenty of hail events that occur with the monsoon as well. You can probably experience a good number of these storms during, especially the early months of the monsoon. Basically, due to higher sun angles and warming temperatures throughout the early parts of the season, can usually result into pretty dangerous hail events. Alright. Moving on to the next one. Tornadoes are definitely not uncommon with the monsoon, right? Okay. This is where people have controversy, but I'm going to tell you right now, you don't need to have that, because this type of weather phenomenon does occur with the monsoon. I've seen it. I mean, I've seen it. I've lived in New Mexico all my life, so I've seen it. So it says, yes, tornadoes do happen during severe monsoon outbreaks. People claim that tornadoes don't occur in the Southwest, but that's a myth. Yes, it is a myth. People will think that doesn't happen. There has been plenty of EF1s, EF2s, and on rare occasions EF3s. The reason why these tornadoes do not get reported is because of the nearby mountain terrain and not enough radar coverage in these areas that these tornadoes occur in. So if you happen to be under a severe thunderstorm, be on alert for any tornado development that could possibly develop. So yes. So I do want to quickly talk about this tornado stuff, because I know a lot of people are going to say there's no tornadoes in the monsoon. Where are you getting this information from? Well, I've seen tornadoes now. Across New Mexico, I've seen tornadoes in New Mexico. I lived on an old street a few years ago, back in 2013, and there was a tornado that spawned in my mom's backyard, and it was crazy. But yeah, tornadoes do occur with the monsoon. It's not something that you get every day, but it can happen, and when it does, it's pretty shocking, because people tell you that they don't occur in New Mexico, Arizona, or Colorado, or Utah, or even parts of California, or even Nevada for that matter. The monsoon is just like I said the first couple slides. I said it's a very complex weather pattern, and there's no particular switches to what this pattern exactly is. Yes, its main word, the word monsoon, means seasonal wind, or prevailing wind, or season. But the monsoon contains so many different other factors that a lot of people are not aware of. So again, if you do happen to be underneath a severe thunderstorm, you see any rotation or any type of low-hanging clouds, other than scud clouds, which are not dangerous at all. But if you see any low-hanging clouds and they're rotating, you need to take cover immediately, because you could be and the risk of a tornado during the monsoon. So yeah, thought I would point that out because the monsoon, you know, it has pretty good severe weather along with it. Alright, here we go. Windstorms. Now this is another common one that the monsoon has. So windstorms. Alright, here we go. These often get reported when a nearby thunderstorm produces a strong outflow boundary that can create dangerous windstorms and dust storms. These dust storms have an odd name to them called haboobs. And no, we're not talking about, what you think we're talking about. Haboobs are these massive dust storms that, dust storms that create very low visibility and winds up to 125 miles an hour. If you spot this type of a storm approaching you, please seek shelter. These storms can suffocate your lungs with how much dust they pick up. Plus, debris could be possibly another one too. Because 125 mile an hour winds at least is a Category 3, right? That's Category 3 strength.
I think so, yeah.
So yeah, these haboobs, they can have winds up to 120, 125 miles an hour, which is definitely faster than the interstate speeds. Sorry, coming easy with them. Lightning. Now, again, another common thing with the monsoon, lightning, and yes, it happens quite frequently. So I put in a list of things though, because some people aren't aware that the monsoon has a lot of lightning. So many people don't realize that the monsoon has dangerous weather, but I will tell you, lightning is another hazard this weather pattern has. Even though there has not been many reports on lightning injuries during the monsoon, which is good, and it's getting kind of out there, it still can be very dangerous if you're outside during a thunderstorm. Always remember, lightning can hit any object at any given minute. Please be safe. I should be saying any given second, but it could be that, or it could be any given minute. But yeah, because thing is with the monsoon, when it comes to lightning, it occurs with the monsoon, but it's not as dangerous hazard like the hail and the tornadoes are. Although luckily, though, tornadoes, there have been reports of minor damage in yards and stuff with tornadoes here across the Southwest and the Intermountain West during monsoon season. But what I will say is, there has been no reports of any injuries during these events or when these tornadoes spawn, which is good because people are aware and they're noticing. They're noticing that's a common thing with the monsoon. Also, I will tell you, the hail is one thing that a lot of people do not talk about. Okay, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but hail is one of the number one threats the monsoon can actually be higher on, because when it occurs, nobody, again, because of mountain terrain and stuff like that, the radar's not able to pick up on any hail, so on the radar you won't get any hail spikes, and unfortunately, when that happens, you end up getting some massive hailstones that could be coming on those clouds and severely injure people. So the point of this is to get it out there and let people know that, hey, if you do happen to be in a severe thunderstorm, don't stand outside, or don't be in the parking lot, realizing you're not going to get hit on the head. What I would do is I would be underneath if you're outside in a parking lot or something, find a nearby structure that'll protect you, because that's what I would do. Alright, moving on to the next slide. I think I have a couple more slides of that. So as you may have noticed from the previous slides, that there has been a lot of different weather events inside one big weather event. So here comes some analogies here, some similes and analogies and metaphors. Okay, so let's look at a tree trunk, for instance. A tree trunk just looks like a big log, but look closer. Do you see the layers inside that log? Also, another analogy: you see a box and assume it's any other box. Well, what do you do when you open that box? A bunch of other items inside. The monsoon is just like the same thing. Let me resay that. The monsoon is just the same. It has pretty much the same principle. It is a weather event that may just look normal from the outside, when you haven't been to the desert, Southwest, Intermountain West. But the inside, if you've been to it, is where it has all its components. So, again, just to reiterate, the monsoon does have severe weather. I believe the next slide we'll be talking about how many people will be impacted. Sorry, my lips are. How many people will be impacted by this weather event? So let's check that out. Okay, so this one is a good one. what is the purpose of monsoon awareness? Okay, so let's look at this right now. Okay. The purpose of monsoon awareness is to let local residents know of the hazards this weather event has. But it is also used to let others, or let outsiders know, like tourists, the exact same thing. Okay? The threats this severe weather, or the threats this weather event has and the effects it has on others, let's just say there are a few families who want to visit the Grand Canyon during the midsummer and want to camp there. Well, just be aware. Or let me reread that again. So hard here. Let's say there's a few families who want to visit the Grand Canyon during the midsummer and camp, but are unaware of the weather patterns on this location. Well, it is best that they know the long-term meteorological scale of weather patterns that occur there, and thus making sure that they are safe. Okay, and know that the consequences of these types of weather events that comes to the Grand Canyon, whether positive or negative. So yeah. Alright, now we're moving on to the next slide. Alright. So this is how much Estate the Monsoon covers, the slide, and I think the next one we'll talk about how many people it covers. I don't know, talks about it on this one. Okay. Alright, here we go. So monsoon awareness is great. It sounds great. But how much Estate does it cover? How much land does it cover? The monsoon event itself covers these following states: Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, most eastern California, southern half parts of Wyoming, and a little bit of Texas. I didn't add that in there. I don't know why I didn't add that in there, but anyways, which covers about 20,000 square miles of a state. Yes, that's a lot. The population this awareness also covers is an estimated 40 million people, plus tourists who come and visit the Intermountain West during the summer. Okay, so imagining another 20 million in that number, maybe another 25 million. So that'd be 65 million right there. Okay. So you have probably a grand total of 65 million people joining. That this weather pattern can affect. So having that many people, we need to definitely cover that. You know what I mean, guys?
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. 65 million people, even probably 70 at the most. So that would be 30 million more. So if you have that many people and you're not aware of the monsoon, then it can be pretty bad. People will be getting hurt left and right. There'll be injuries. There'll be people possibly dying from tornadoes that are not picked up on radar. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that can happen. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, if monsoon awareness is something that needs to be out there more, and people don't realize that this weather phenomena is dangerous and can harm you if you're not careful. And I'm going to be honest with you, the monsoon is great. I really love the monsoon. It's awesome, and Ghost here loves it too. But it's very beneficial too for regions that don't get a whole lot of rain throughout the year. So it's a good thing. It's just it pertains these things, these components that can be deadly and can end up hurting you real badly. Well, we're about to sign off here very soon. We're about to enter. So I want to just quickly remind you guys, join our Discord. Please join our Discord server. We're gonna be having a little party going on after. Well, not after this video, but sometime this evening we're gonna have a little event going on in our Discord server. If you want to join it, feel free. We talk about different weather stuff. I meant to say this about the video, but I'm still caught up in this monsoon stuff. So we talk about, monsoon weather events, severe weather, a little bit about tropical storms, long-term weather, teleconnections, and the monsoon, of course. We're having a monsoon party this afternoon, so if you guys want to join that, feel free. I think you guys will have lots of fun if you actually join. So we're gonna have a monsoon party. Anyways, I think we may have one or two more slides after this, and then once I am done, I'm gonna see. Just say hi to anybody who's online. All right, let's go to the next slide. All right, I think this is the last slide here, but let's see. So, not only the monsoon is considerably has its own weather hazards, it also provides much needed water to the drought-stricken areas. Remember, I told you about that. So if you are planning on coming to visit the Intermountain West, or seeing the desert Southwest, the beautiful desert oranges to the mountains of green, please take caution of this summer's monsoon outlook. Okay, so since monsoon season hasn't started yet, and the pattern hasn't started yet itself, you guys just need to be aware and ready. If you're planning on, excuse me, if you're planning on visiting the Southwest, okay, so any parts of the Mountain West really, it just may protect you and loved ones from a deadly weather event that could strike at any given moment. Okay, so I do have one more slide. On this next slide is going to be our monsoon forecast meter. Oh wait, never mind. We don't have that. Well, we do. It's in my server, but I don't have it pulled up here. And I actually be glad to show you guys that if you want me to. I have it on my. I have it saved on my computer. Should I show them that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So I do have the monsoon meter forecast out. Hopefully my thing won't echo. Okay, so as of right now, this is what the monsoon meter looks like. So here's the description right here, a brief description. It's looking like we may have another strong monsoon this year, and yes, it's because it's due to El Nino being forecast to happen. Yes, El Nino is expected to occur this summer. We could end up seeing quite a few of monsoon outbreaks. I don't know. This could go down or it could go up in the next month. I don't know where it's gonna go, but we'll definitely keep an eye on it. And when it does, either we may go up or may go down. So yeah, we'll have to watch it. I thought I'd just show you that. And this is the long-term monsoon meter. This isn't the short-term one. I have a short-term one too, but it's more like a pentagon shape. But anyways, let's see if there's anybody shout out anybody. Let's see what we got here. Alrighty. Oh look, is Mars Canyon still here?
I think he's still here now.
Hey Mars, how you doing?
It's algorithm, by the way.
Oh yeah, I know. Should I call him by that or?
Yeah.
Hey algorithm, you there? Because of the latency, I have to. Well, we're about to. Hey David, how you doing, buddy? Glad you're here. You enjoying this so far? Anyways, wow, David's here too. Wow, that's impressive. Wow, 6 likes. Hey, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, buddy. Well, we're gonna be signing off here very soon, but we'll be in my server, WBFC, and we'll be doing the rest of the event there. So basically, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be anybody who's in our server or joins our server, we're gonna have our party event there. We're gonna start off in the stage channel, and then we're gonna jump over to let me think here. We're gonna jump over to its party channel after that. So yeah. So I'm glad you're doing good, David. You enjoying this so far, buddy? I hope you are, because I know this is not something that comes up very often. Oh, there's a really bad echo, he says. There's a really bad echo? Okay, let me see what's going on here. Thank you, I appreciate that, David. Thank you. Let's see your sounds. Yeah, I don't know what's causing that. Do you know what's causing that? No, that's not it. That's not it. No. I know nothing there. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know where the echo's coming from. Okay, but we're about to sign off, and we're about to go to my my server. So. Oh, okay. Good. Okay, so we're about to take off here in a minute. If you guys are enjoying this, I'm glad you guys are. So I'm gonna get ready for the stage channel.
Yeah, I'm in here.
Okay, so yeah, guys, we are gonna be jumping to the stage channel here. Okay, David, that's perfect. That's fine. No. All right. When do you want to join? Let me see. I need to see if he's actually in the stage channel. Wait, can he see the stage channel or no?
You should be able to see it. Everyone should be able to see the stage channel.
Okay. And when I join, can I have myself deafened so I can join you guys?
Remember we had a plan for my meeting.
What is it?
Remember we had a plan for me to be in the thing?
Oh yeah, I said that. I don't know. I don't see anybody in there. Okay. Anyways. Alright, well, we are about to sign off. It was nice doing this with you guys. So, anyways. Should I post the server one more time?
I already posted it.
Okay. Alright. So, anyways, guys. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. If you guys do, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, give the video a thumbs up, share with family and friends, and don't forget to ring the bell notification icon for the latest. We are about to head off. If you want to join our Discord server, it will be in the link in the description of this stream, okay? Alright, all you guys have a great day. We will talk to you later.